So, good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, good evening for those of you joining us from different time zones. Today, we really try to answer three key questions. So, the first one was whether AI was really going to disintermediate platforms and marketplaces. The second one was really about what happens when AI agents become customers and users of platforms and marketplaces. And the last panel we've just had was really about, how do we govern, how do we regulate AI and its agents? So very timely set of questions, and I'd like to just leave you with a couple of takeaways, three actually. So the first point, really, if we step back, I think it's pretty clear that the fear of disintermediation that many platforms had was somewhat overblown. Now, of course, some thin platforms really became substitute to some AI services, and we talked about Chegg and Stack Overflow and others. But the vast majority of platforms and marketplaces have built trust and are currently harnessing the power of AI to further strengthen their capabilities. And Fabrice Grinda, for example, mentioned Vinted and how Vinted was enhancing its network effects through AI-powered translation and also expanding its inventory, increasing its liquidity, etc. So this is a great example and very much consistent with our experience as well. So the second point I'd like to make is that lots of people are, of course, using AI to research products, to find what they're looking for. Indeed, AI is now increasingly embedded in traditional search as well. But agentic commerce, as such, is not really ready for prime time. I was very interested to see that the results of the survey suggest that quite a few people are actually ready to give it a go. We are probably not a representative sample. We are probably biased towards early adopters. But and lots of things are happening in the background. So the whole plumbing, all the building blocks required to make agentic AI work, from the payment rails and all the knowledge graph underlying the products and marketplaces, etc. All that's happening, but we're not quite there in terms of letting agents make purchases on our behalf. Now, there's one nuance, of course. You may see videos online on YouTube or other platforms with people showing their own personal agent, like OpenClaw, buying things using some crypto account, etc. These are really, really bleeding edge usage, and we may all have some fear of missing out, but this is not where the market is at the moment, clearly. So that's the second point I wanted to make. And the last point, really, about regulation is that regulation is really no longer this abstract debate that we often have. It's becoming very geopolitical and very real. Now we saw that regulation is lots of things. I mean, the broad concept of regulation covers consumer protection. It covers things like, how do we make markets competitive enough, and with antitrust considerations, etc. How do you keep products and features open enough so that there is interoperability, etc. But what we saw this weekend, really, I mean, on Friday, is the US government basically directing Anthropic to stop access to its latest model, frontier model, a Mythos class model, Fable 5, and the only way for Anthropic to comply was to remove access to everybody. And this created a bit of a shockwave in European capitals and beyond. And I understand it's even one of the topics that invited itself to the G7 that is currently taking place in France. So leaders are now talking about how we can find global coordination around these regulatory principles to avoid knee-jerk reactions and make sure that everybody has access. So, so very interesting panels. I've got two announcements to make. So the first announcement that Laura mentioned, I mean, all these discussions that we're having about AI are continuing and happening online within the community. It's Collective Intelligence for AI, and the website is collectiveintelligence.ai. And we are slowly opening up, so feel free to add your name. We're taking a little bit of time to get everybody on board, but feel free to join us and indicate your interest. So the other announcement I've got is basically about the academic prize. So this is the Platform Leaders Academic Prize for 2026. And as you all know, I mean, one of the missions of Platform Leaders is to foster the understanding between the various communities who are working on digital platforms, and that includes academics and practitioners, and especially research that is exceptionally relevant to practitioners. So we've got 3 finalists that we are announcing, and the 3 finalists for the 26 academic prize are Growing Platforms by Adding Complementers Without a Contract by Maya and Lee, published in Information Systems Research, and in 25. It's a very interesting research on using Grubhub and looking at what happens when Grubhub added lots of restaurants to its platform without telling them, and then what happened later when that was banned. The second paper is Monetizing Platforms, Supply and Demand Responses to Entry Cost, and very interesting paper by Zhu, Shi, and Banerjee in Management Science. 25 as well, and this uses something that happened within Goodreads. They introduced some fee for the giveaway program, and you see that the impact of the fee, how that plays out. And the last paper, Antitrust, Platform Regulation and Entrepreneurship, Evidence from China by Rong, Sokol, Zhu, and Zhu in Management Sciences. That looks at what happens when the Chinese government decided to crack down on antitrust, and how this ended up having a chilling effect on the entire ecosystem. So congratulations to the finalists, and the winning paper will be announced on the 26th of November at the next Platform Leaders event that will take place in London. That will be a hybrid event. So if you want to attend in person, please save the date and register your interest. And of course, if you want to join online, please sign up as well. So that's it from me. We're running a few minutes late, so I'll be very quick with the thank yous. But thank you to everybody. Thank you, of course, to all our panelists, all of you who are attending and active in the chat and asking questions. All the people in the background as well, from Robin and Justin on the chat, and Stephanie and Liam, who has captured the event in real time, scribbing everything that was said. And so thank you all. And that's it from me. I'll leave you with the animated summary of the event by Liam Calabart. And I hope to see many of you in November.